Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. And I am so sorry that I have missed so much. It's been quite a month. I want to talk to you about how when we make a decision that we want something and we really get clear about what we want, and maybe even change some of our beliefs a little bit, what happens next, and how you deal with it, and what it's all about. So at the end of January, 1st of February, I realized that I was preventing a sweetheart from showing up into my life because I kind of had this idea that I had to be absolutely perfect in order to attract a good guy. And that I had to, and the other belief that was probably the most, powerful in shifting this was, my experience was, this idea that I had to be 100% self-sufficient and not need a guy. Because we're taught that, like, you become whole and complete in and of yourself and you don't need a guy, and that's when it will show up. And maybe that's wrong. Because we are not meant to be alone, and we are not meant to be the whole picture. And I am a very feminine woman, and I am seriously resentful of having to step into the masculine. I want a guy to come in and be my partner and be that masculine. And so being whole and complete in and of myself does not mean that I step into a role that was never mine to have. So the reality is that if I want to be in a healthy relationship, I do need a man. And when I became aware of that, which is like, seems so counter to what the metaphysical world teaches, but when I became aware of that, I felt a huge shift, and I started to experience life a little bit differently. Out of nowhere, a situation happened that attracted the most toxic person I've ever experienced in my life. And on the one hand, it would seem like, wow, what the hey, that's not what I wanted. But I am so grateful for that toxic relationship. I am so grateful for that opportunity for me to say, wow, what inside of me is attracting this? What inside of me is aligned with this? And I was able to go deep into something I've done a lot of healing on. As a little girl, my father molested me, and I have forgiven him, and I have done so much healing work on it. And I kind of knew that there would probably be things that would show up from it that I hadn't addressed yet. And I was okay with that. I knew it would happen when it was time. And because of this toxic relationship, as I got to the bottom of it, I realized I never forgave myself. I held so much shame and so much guilt and so many opinions of myself in this young little person. As an adult, we look at somebody who is experiencing something like that, and we in no way, shape, or form blame that child. No way, shape, or form. There is no way it was their fault at all. Nothing about it was their fault, and we know that. But as a little girl experiencing, we don't know that. As a little child, we just know that this person that's supposed to love and take care of us is in some way harming us. We begin to think it's our fault. If we happen to like any aspect of it, because we're human beings, sensual beings, and so if we like any aspect of it, and then we find out that it's bad, that he shouldn't be doing that, then we start getting mad at ourselves. My experience. I do really enjoy physical touch, and it created some conflict for me as a young little girl, and a lot of confusion, and a lot of uncertainty about life, and a lot of feeling like I was the wrong person, and there was something wrong with me, and I was bad. I got all these feelings, all this shame, so much hurt, so much shame. And all that shame was what was creating this situation. Because after clearing that out, I was then able to be like, dude, you are being disrespectful. I'm sorry. And I would block him. I mean, it took me a while to get to the point where I was like, you know what? I had to do some other energy work, clear cords, things like that, to be finally like, nope, you're done. You are not a part of my life. You do not get to treat me that way. You do not get to be like this for me. But it was a process, and I did it. At the same time, right after I did that clearing, I was able to reconnect with an old friend and have a completely different experience. One where I feel completely heard, completely respected, completely safe. I feel so safe with him. And I know that's because I feel safe within myself, like a whole nother layer of it. And there's still stuff that comes up for me to clear with this relationship as well. There's the sitting on the edge, just waiting for him to decide that he wants to discard me. Definitely some not good enough feelings going on in my life. And I'm so grateful for, I don't know what's going to happen with this friend. I don't know that it's going to go anywhere or not go anywhere. But I'm so grateful for him in my life. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to dive deeper. Because if he's not going to be in my life long term, then he's at least helping me be prepared. He's teaching me that there are men out there that can be that for me. And that is incredible. So if it doesn't go anywhere, it's okay. It's okay because I'm learning so much and healing more layers of stuff, and it's incredible. So when you're moving towards something that you want, sometimes you get some stuff that you don't want. And it's not because you're not on the right path. It's not because your desires aren't righteous or that there's even anything wrong with you. It is simply because there's something in you that is not aligned with what you really want. And so the universe, God, your soul, is all working together with all the other souls to work together to give everybody the exact experience needed so that you hopefully can take a look and say, wow, what in me is ready to heal from this? Why this triggers me so bad? And go in and find the source of the pain and clear it and lift it and move into the next stage so that you get that much closer to being in alignment with what you want. And the closer you get, the more amazing your life feels. And it's just incredible. I really hope that if you are finding that you come across the things that don't feel good on your journey to what you want, that you can use the tools available. There's all kinds of tools from all kinds of people. If nothing else, use Ho'oponopono. It's an amazing tool. It's not my go-to because I use a different version where it's kind of like taking the same concept but up-leveling it a little bit. I have a lot of tools I've been playing with. New tools, just seriously amazing, deep healing. And whatever tools you're ready for will show up for you as well. I believe that. So anyway, I've got to go into physical therapy, and I love you guys so much. Have an incredible day. Remember to let your light shine big, bright, light, and beautiful. And I will see you guys next time.